Come with me while I make one of my personal favorite soaps. This is a beautiful facial soap. I do use it on my whole body, but I wash my face with it every night. And stay till the end and see how I recover from a horrible cutting mistake. I am adding my lye solution right here and mixing just to past emulsion. The essential oil blend that I add here, which is tea tree, pink grapefruit, lavender, and cedarwood, can cause the batter to trace very quickly. And so I do try to move very fast and just mix it past emulsion. I do separate out a little bit of the batter to be plain, and then I'm adding a bunch of activated charcoal in here. I do have a heavier side of activated charcoal because it is so good, so many benefits, and it really makes an awesome face soap. Before I started this video, I had already mixed my goat milk and honey into the warm oils and butters, added the lye, separated out the top, and now I'm adding my essential oil blend with a little bit of kale and clay to help that essential oil stick. And now I'm just stick blending this top. I don't add the essential oil to the little bit of plain batter that I left outside, and that's because it's really just a little bit, and I add it to have a little bit of decoration to the top because I don't want to have just a black boring bar of soap. Not that that's boring, but I like to have a little bit of interest. So I'm just pouring the batter in, and you can see how it's already getting to a thicker trace pretty quickly. And I find that this is just the easiest for me to do. And then I'm just adding the white, and I just want a little bit of a kind of a marbled effect almost, but just a little bit of white at the very top when I do my signature swirl and pull up of the batter, just to have it be a little more interest on the soap itself. I do use this soap every night and morning. This is what I wash my face with, and I will have it in my shower as well, but really I more look at this for a facial soap. This is a beautiful blend of beef tallow, coconut oil, olive oil, and argan oil. And my face just loves this with my skin. And I'm just adding my signature top with my chopstick. And now I'm getting to the cut. Now I have slowed this down because I want you to see. You might be able to barely see. I actually have my dang cutter at 2.5 inches on one side, which is what it should be on both, and 2 inches on the other. I don't know what I was thinking, but you can kind of see as I push this first loaf through that the wire that is splitting my loaf is not correct. It is at 2 inches on one side, 2.5 on the other, and I am actually cutting it at an angle. And sadly, I do not notice it from that first or the second. It's at this point that I realize, oh my heck, I have done this incorrectly. Oh, I was so frustrated. So what I decided to do is I knew that I could get 2 of the loaves out of what should have been 5 loaves, I believe, to the 2.5. And then I'm just sitting here thinking, how am I going to fix this? And so what I've decided to do is reduce this to 1 inch and save as much of the soap that I can. My bars of soap are 1 inch thick. And so I've just added, and no, I'm going to cut this differently than I normally do. It's going to be fine. I'm fine. You're fine. Everything's going to be fine on this. So it was very frustrating. The beautiful thing about this cutter is I can cut individual pieces as well and not use my bar cutter. So this is what it looks like by just going through. So now this is where I'm cutting them at 2.5 inches wide. So it's just a little bit of a direction change for this soap. So I was really happy I was able to save most of this soap by just cutting it a little bit different. And then I have those little scrap pieces at the end. The 2 loaves that I did cut correctly when I caught it, I'm putting this in my multi-bar cutter. And this is how all the loaves should have been cut to obtain this certain cut. But overall, I'm happy I was able to save it. So in a perfect world, this is what all of the bars would look like. So it's just a slight difference in change in the way that they look. I'm okay with it. I'm happy with what I was able to save. I do have 2 very large, actually I think I ended up with 3 large slices of soap, and I will show you that here in a minute, but this is what that cut looks like. I love this bar of soap. And these are those little slivers, so you can see it's slightly a diagonal, and even though these are large, I will personally use them. So I usually have 2 to 3 bars of every time I make this soap. So I will use those. It will be just fine. I was 4 bars short, which isn't too bad. I'm happy. It's my favorite bar. I use it every night. Luxury can have bubbles, even if cut wrong.